Well, they are the heroes from our horror bushfire season, but tonight volunteer firefighters are fuming. Why? Because they're being asked to work as Queensland border cops.
I'm only too happy to go and fight fires, but I'm not happy to go and sit at the border gate.
James Pennitz is fuming.
It's not a fire. It's a health emergency, not a fire.
It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
And it's a no from Greg McKenzie as well.
No, I don't really think that it's appropriate for the firefighters to be called on.
Both are volunteers in the Rural Fire Brigade, and both say they didn't sign up to help police man the border between Queensland and New South Wales.
No, we're all volunteers, and we give up our own personal time to defend the community when it's needed.
I'm just bemused by the fact that we've been called on in the first place.
They signed up to fight fires and protect people and property, not to babysit a border.
Laura Gerber is the state Liberal member for the area which takes in the Gold Coast section of the border.
It's a blatant misuse of our volunteering resources for them to have to do that.
Police have run up 2,730 hours in overtime, manning the barricades around the clock.
We're not qualified to do that sort of stuff.
A lot of us are small business people, and our businesses are affected by the border being closed, tourism, that sort of thing, and yet they're going to call on those same people to go down there and try and keep the borders closed.
Greg runs a farm that depends a lot on tourists who shop from his dairy. He also rents out the old community hall he owns for weddings, but that's all gone.
Because of our situation, we're so close to the border, a lot of guests come from New South Wales, so those weddings have had to be cancelled.
I'd say to the Premier to open the borders. It's not needed anymore. It's ruining the economy in Queensland.
Until locals protested, the border crossing near James Pennett's farm was blocked altogether, meaning no one could cross, not even essential workers. James says it wiped out his earth-moving business, which depends on him going backwards and forwards.
I basically had stopped work, and I'd lost, over that period of time, probably about 80% of my turnover.
During these cooler months, what they do is they prepare for our fire season. So they do hazard reduction burning, they ramp up their training. That's what their volunteering hours are meant to be put towards, not babysitting a border.
Obviously, as rural firefighters here, you've had, last season was a bad one for you.
Oh yes, it would be one of the worst on history. That's without a doubt. You know, we lost 12 homes.
Greg says their fire season starts now, and they owe it to the community not to be standing around at the border if the fires come early.
I think as fire brigade members, we've shown in the last 12 months that we're more than willing to put our lives on the line. In actual fact, in the last 12 months, to help with the recent fires. And we could very well be called upon it again in the next few months.
Absolutely ludicrous that it's that they expect volunteers to go and do a job that they're not qualified to do. We'll jump out and fight fires, but we're not going to look after the border gate.
Meantime, the Queensland Premier declined to comment, but we can expect an update on when the borders will reopen after tomorrow's National Cabinet meeting. Don't hold your breath.